This is the Total Freedom Podcast, presenting #1 best-selling author Christopher Duncan, bringing you proven strategies to free your time, free your mind, and free your income, so that you can do more of what matters most. Learn more at ChristopherMDuncan.com.
Welcome back to the Total Freedom Podcast and now the Total Freedom Business TV. Mr. Caleb Maddix, the 14-year-old business sensation. Brother, it's good to have you here, man.
Thanks so much, man. Looking forward to providing some value to the audience and making some connections. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah, the audience loved you so well and loved our session last time. We've had, thousands and thousands of views, which is cool. So it's great to have you back. And you've been up to lots, man. I mean, we were supposed to speak together in Australia and actually catch up in person, but that didn't eventuate on my end with some personal reasons, a death in my business and stuff like that, and a funeral on the exact same day that you were speaking. So, and I was supposed to be there. So tell us, man. I mean, you've done international speaking gigs. I see you've got a video up about you closing on the phone, but just tell us what the last, 3 months have been since you were last on the show, man.
I mean, dude, it's been nuts. Last time we talked, my accomplishments have been probably writing a book and starting a company. Since then, I've made over 6 figures. I sell my company still, the book, coming out with my second one here soon. I've done interviews in Forbes, Huffington Post. I've been on national television. I've spoken with Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Darren Hardy, Kevin Harrington, John Lee Dumas. I was just nominated in the top 20 most motivational influencers in the world. I saw you were in there as well, so that's really cool. Done a lot of different stuff, man. I just had a video hit 3 million views since then. So a lot of great stuff has been happening, but main focus right now is to become a millionaire this year. I think last time we talked, my goal was to be a millionaire by 16. It's flipped, and now I want to become a millionaire this year.
Good job, man. Good job. 10xing what you've already got, which is going to be a big deal. It's a difference, my man. It's going to be good for you, and I look forward to you smashing it. And there's these differences, these different levels, and I want the listeners to get this, that, 6 figures is cool. You can basically, as long as you have a good product and you do the work, you'll make 6 figures. As long as you're a good salesperson, you'll make $1 million. And then $1 million up, $1 million to 5 to 6, it's all about team. And the game flips, and it's an interesting flip. So I look forward to watching you go through that and crushing it, dude. And, first off, dude, well done, man. Well done on everything that you're doing, what you're stepping through into the world, and, those videos and what you are. And I know there's people out there, and I know there's people looking and going, yeah, but he's getting all that because he's 14 years old. So it's a little bit kind of viral. And I just want to let everyone know, and out there that's listening, that's the biggest load of BS in history. Caleb's the real deal, and he's just bringing value. But you tell us, man, what's leading to all this cut through? What is your secret? How's it working for you?
So, about 3 or 4 months ago, I kept getting this response of people you're 14, you haven't really done anything. And at that time, the thing that I'd done is written my own book, started my own company. And that's great. You're 14 years old. That's still a really big accomplishment. But I was tired of having people tell me, you haven't really done anything at 14 years old. So I made up my mind that I was going to gain more credibility with people and be able to sit there and say, listen, this is what I've done, and be them shocked by what I've accomplished. So what I did about 3 months ago is I committed to doing something every single day that would make me more credible. So credible, right? That they would be like, okay, this kid's legit. So the first day I booked an interview with Grant Cardone. The second day I made 100 sales calls. The third day I think I closed 20 kids in my company. Fourth day I booked a speaking gig with Gary Vaynerchuk. I started to do things every single day. And it's the compound effect Darren Hardy talks about, right? And I made this one switch to saying, you know what, I'm going to do things that'll make me credible every single day. And since then, now I'm able to sit here and say I've had dozens of viral videos. I've been featured in Forbes, Huffington Post, I've been on national television, I've been interviewed here or spoken here. I'm able to say that stuff. But the reason why there was one switch that I made, and that was going from, oh, I hope I accomplished something, to being clear, what did I do today that when I hit the pillow will make me more, it'll give me more credibility.
Dude, I think that clarity is so vital. When I look at it and listeners, when I'm talking here with Caleb, I mean, he's 14, and most of you out there listening are a lot older than probably both of us. And I think the thing is just to respect and honor you as an entrepreneur, because it doesn't matter about age as entrepreneurs. I mean, people look at me still and they say, well, you're young. And they look at me and say that too. So I know how it feels. I mean, I know exactly how it feels. My first company was at 17, so I wasn't quite as quick out the gate as you, but I've been in the game a decade. And I think that's what people need to get, is that you can be in life for 50 years, right? But it doesn't matter if you've been doing this one thing here, full on every single day. So you make the switch and you got super clear on your vision. And that question, and I want listeners to write it down, is what did I do today? Was that the question? What did I do today? Tell us the question, Caleb. What is it, man?
The question is, like, whenever I hit the pillow every single night, I'll do it tonight. Like, right. What did I do today that will make me more credible with people? Or what did I do today that will make me what's an accomplishment that I accomplished today?
I love it.
That's the question. Seriously. I mean, it's changed my life. And I think no matter if you're 50 or whether you're 15, if you will do that, if you ask yourself that question, it's really going to challenge you and make you compete with the person you were yesterday. Because the way to compete with everybody else is to compete with the person you were yesterday. How did I one-up myself? So that's the powerful question right there.
Good for you, man. And what a great question. What a great question. And you've done well online. Online, you're going great. And I think a lot of times people miss that they need to be credible online. Like, I work with a lot of doctors at the moment. We've got a bunch of doctors that are in our business. And I go, look, you've got MD, ABC, PhD, all these numbers after your name offline, but what do you got online? So someone's out there listening to this, Caleb. What is your tips and advice for them getting cred online?
Getting cred online, or just like growing their platform? As far as growing their platform, I would say this. I would say I'll give you 2 C's, and this will change your life. I'll give you 3 C's. 3 C's to growing your social media. I've told this before, but this is the basis of why I've started to grow. The first one is content. I mean, I don't care how amazing you think you are. If your content's not good, you might get a view, but they're never coming back. So you providing value. How much value are you providing to people? Your content is such a big thing. The second thing is connecting. See, you can have hundreds of thousands of views, but if you're not engaging with the people, they're slowly going to fall off because it's not that community. So the way to get that community is with the connecting. So, for example, I call the Southwest effect. A couple weeks ago, we flew with Southwest. I forget where we flew. We were with Southwest, the airline, and my dad tweeted out, "Hey Southwest, really enjoyed flying with you. We hope to do it next time," or whatever he said. I forget what it was. And Southwest literally just tweeted back, "Hey, we appreciate you flying with us. Hope you become our favorite airline." That's all they tweeted. And they probably are paying somebody across the country for like $4 an hour to type that. But like, I feel a different relationship with them now because they responded to me. They connected with me. So that's such a big thing with social media that I think a lot of businesses miss out on. So the second thing is connecting. And then the third thing is consistency. I mean, you can push out content, but if you're doing it once a month, and you can connect, but if you're doing it once a month, you're not going to have success. So content, connect, and consistency.
Love it, brother. Question. You seem to have a lot of content. Where do you get your content from? I know there's a lot of people out there that will probably look at you going, how does he have so much content? How does he create that? Because it seems like there's a lot of time and effort that you put into it. And I don't know if everyone has that amount of time. So how do you get your content?
Like, where's my content come from? I think it's environment, man. I mean, seriously, environment. I have a healthy outside environment. I surround myself with a lot of people on the outside. I'm positive. I'm reading. My outside's good, and then also my inside. I mean, my brain is clear. I'm crisp. Like I meditate. I do all that stuff. Like I feel clear. So I think that's where this comes from. Is my environment on the outside, and then also on the inside. That's, I think, where my content comes from.
Love it, man. And do you have a strategy for your content?
Not really, man. I mean, right now I'll pull out my Snapchat and be like, hey, doing this with Chris Duncan. Or I'll go on Facebook randomly tomorrow and come up with a video and I'll shoot it or edit it. Or I'll send it over to my editor. It's just like on the fly, whenever I have an idea, whenever I have an inspiration. But listen, it's different for everybody. I know so many people who they have to plan out their content and that works for them. It's just for me, I like just to go on the fly and come up with ideas because I feel like that seems more authentic. But like whatever works for you works. But as far as I go, I'm so on the fly type dude.
Awesome, dude. I'm so impressed by you, man, just as a human and as an entrepreneur in general. It's great. So you've gone out there since we last talked. You've got in all these magazines. It sounds like you've hired a team and you've crushed it. So tell us a little bit about your offer and your product and how you've gone about getting 6 figures in 3 months, because it's phenomenal. So what's your product? What's your price point? What do you offer people?
My product is called Kids for Success. And about 2 months ago, I ate a big piece of humble pie. I had to make an enormous decision, like with as far as the technology goes and all that. And I changed it, and literally since then, it's kind of exploded. And I even know over the next month, it's going to go even more nuts. But the product is called Kids for Success, and it is a weekly video that kids get. So basically, if a kid were to sign up, they get a video this week talking about goal setting, and the next week it'd be about habits, and the next, it's me mentoring them on an extremely deep level. I also, every once in a while I give them personal calls. Randomly I'll send them, motivational texts. I'll send them videos. It's a true mentorship program that I have for kids. Because, at 14 I've accomplished a lot, and I think I feel like I would be unethical not to help other kids, get the knowledge I have, especially when I'm a kid and it's going like from a kid to kids. Right. It's an amazing process.
It's beautiful, and and you do own it, and you're the best that I know of for that age group, and I think it's fantastic what you're putting into the world. So kids sign up to an online program where they get a video a week from you, so it's leveraged, right? There's scale, meaning you don't have to put much of your personal time in there, and so obviously your target market is adults. So it's like obviously the parents.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Right. So the parents buy it for their kids, because I'm thinking, how do these kids sign up? Like, they have PayPal accounts now or something? So that's cool. So then the parents sign up for their kids. And so what's the price point for you? Like, what do you charge? Is it yearly membership?
So, I just had a very successful person tell me that my price should be $2,000 a month. But my price is actually only $20 a month. So it's a really, really good deal, especially because me and my dad just bought a $50 steak tonight, both of us. If we're willing to spend that on our food and on our car and all that stuff, we should be willing to spend that on the kids. So it's only $20 a month, or you can pay $200 up front for the entire year, and that would save you 18%.
Right. I love it, dude. So $20 a month. And so you must have what is this to make 6 figures? You must have how many kids have you got in there? Well,
so we have a lot of different products outside of it. So we have a lot of upsells. But really, like I said, we started this month, so we have about 500 kids in the program.
Dude, that's so good. Congratulations. Well, 500 times 20 is 10 grand, so 10 grand a month. And so I think the message is coming through. And first off, I'm so impressed by you, and I'm so impressed with you as an entrepreneur that everyone out there listening, you need to get that this is what I'm hearing, and Caleb, tell me if I'm wrong, is there's something that he truly knows. And truthfully, he knows the market, knows what they need. He's been able to create a product that's leveraged, right? Like, it doesn't take much of your time. It's shoot one video a week. Right. It's $20 a month. And so parents aren't even going to notice it if their kids are using it or not. So it's like super no-brainer. And his target audience has money, and they want to get their kids in. So really simple, really easy. And then the last step is you're shooting all these videos, and this is the brilliant piece, and I just clicked for you, for the audience, is you're shooting videos for the parents, getting them inspired, but you're not selling the parents everything. And this is actually similar to what Gary Vaynerchuk does. He shoots videos for the startup entrepreneur, but he doesn't sell startup entrepreneurs. You've got to be this, right? So I love it. Did I miss anything?
No, that's the truth right there. I like how you put the analogy with Gary Vee and me. I think that's true. I think yeah, I love Gary. So I think that people think, oh, this has to be it. There's baits, there's lures. There's so much that goes into it. It's not just like, entrepreneurship is, here's my 5-step process to making $1 million. Dude, that's not your 5-step process. Like, that's great. Like, I think that works. All those really work, but it's not like, here's the actual step you take. It's like mindset and all that stuff that I think really works. But, everybody's process is different. Like, what I say is, this is the best way. Me, you, all of us that we, like the motivation guys, the self-help, all of us that are helping people build businesses, we're helping people build the car, right? We're helping them, like, the engine, the mirrors, like everything that goes into the car, we're helping them. But now it's their turn to take a left turn or a right turn, or, you have to go here. everybody's destination is different. Therefore, the turns are different, but we all need the basis. I think that's what's so cool about us and what we do is it's the basis. But everybody, you have to understand, just because this person does it this way doesn't mean it's necessarily the way that you should do it. Yeah. It's different for everybody. Do what comes right to you. Like my dad taught me whenever I was really young, he said, Caleb, who's more powerful, a lion or he said, who's more powerful, a lion or a goldfish? And I was like, a lion, Dad. He said, okay, now put a lion, 100 feet underwater and keep him under there for like, over 20 minutes or whatever. He's going to drown, but the fish will stay because the fish is in its environment. It's doing what it's made to do. So like, do you take your turns?
Right on, dude. Powerful message, man. Powerful message. And I believe everything that you say, and it's been great to watch you over the last few months. So what's on the cards next for you? How do you scale from here? What's your plans? How do you go from 10K a month to 100K a month to hit your million?
So I have 3 products right now that I'm really focusing on. I'm making a lot of big changes that I can't talk about yet. Like some business partner. No, I'm serious. Like business partners with like some pretty big people, like Kevin Harrington, people like that. Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank back here in the States. Like big people, like I'm making partnerships. So that's one way that I plan to do it. But as far as individually, my books, my speaking, and my company, those are the 3 ways that I'm going to get it. So it's just creating that monthly revenue, selling mass. We're about to take Kids for Success to like schools rather than just selling to one. We're going to go to schools, go big rather than just like individual. So a lot of different ways we're going to be doing it.
Love it, man. And, power to you, dude. Absolutely power to you. I think that your business model is super scalable. I get it. All of those make sense. And everyone out there listening, whether you're watching on Amazon, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you listen to the podcast, let's just put it this way. If Caleb can do it and I can do it, what are you waiting for? You've got something that you can package into $20 a month. And there's 500 people. There's 10 grand a month, right, Caleb? Like it's
simple.
Simple, right? It is
simple, man. It's the truth.
Dude, we're a little bit stretched for time today. So what message do you want to leave all the entrepreneurs out there with before we say goodbye or till next time? We may have to do another quarter catch up.
No, I'm serious. We'll make it happen, man. I love doing the interviews with you, bro. You're an absolute killer. The final message that I would leave is take risks. I mean, I've gone into a lot of nursing homes and I've met a lot of, people who are older. And I've realized that one common trait of a lot of older people is they have like regrets. So like 2 roads that you can go down. Go down the road of risk or go down the road of regret. Because like I'll give you an example, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So let's say you know who Michael Jordan is? Because I know you guys are from Australia. Michael Jordan is the best basketball player all time in the NBA. He has $1 billion shoe line, whatever. And he's such a good basketball player. Now, if you sat me and you put Michael Jordan next to me and you both sat us down and you had a basketball hoop right in front of us and you both gave us a basketball and you let me shoot it, but you had Michael Jordan hold it, I would have a better chance of making it in than he would. And the reason why is like he still has his talent. He's still the best. He's still the greatest. He's better than me. But if I take the shot, I have a better chance of making it in than if he doesn't. So guys, the reason why you're seeing people who are less talented than you, succeeding in business is because they're taking risks. They're taking action. Because you will never get anywhere unless you take risks. So guys, don't end up on your deathbed and regret. Don't end up like sitting there like, oh, I wish I would have started a business. Actually do it. It's that plain and simple. Take the risk. Do it. It may sound cliche, but it's cliche for a reason. And that's the one message I'd leave everybody with.
Take the shot. Take the risk. You're either on the road of regret or on the road of risk. Thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate you and everything you bring into the world, and everyone out there listening. Maybe read and listen to this more than once because there are some absolute gold nuggets. Get into action. Live with total freedom. Free your mind. Free time. Free your life. Do what matters most. Smash it.
This has been the Total Freedom Podcast. Learn more at ChristopherMDuncan.com. Use the hashtag #TotalFreedomTV, and Chris will answer your questions. What are you doing to create freedom today?